Hello students, let us continue chapter 6 tissues. Today we are going to discuss our next important topic, permanent tissues. So let us start. What happens to the cells formed by meristematic tissue? Actually, they take up a specific role and lose the ability to divide. As a result, they form a permanent tissue. This process of taking up a permanent shape, size, and a function is known as differentiation. Cells of meristematic tissue differentiate to form different types of permanent tissues. So, overall, the definition of permanent tissue: when meristematic tissue grows and takes a specific role, they lose the ability to divide and thus become permanent tissue, and the process is known as differentiation process. Now, to understand this permanent tissue, let us have an activity 6.2. Take a plant stem and with the help of your teacher, cut into very thin slices or sections. Now, stain the slices with saffronin solution. Place one nearly cut section on a slide and put a drop of glycerin. Now cover with a cover slip and observe under a microscope. Observe the various types of cells and their arrangements. So let us discuss the observation here. The diagram we have shown. Are all cells similar in structure? Actually not. That we have discussed in last chapter. No, all the cells are not similar in structure. They are varied in their shape, size and structures. Then, how many types of cells can be seen? There are about 8 to 10 different types of cells in TS of stem. Then, can we think of reasons why there would be so many types of cells? Each type of cell performs different functions, and hence there are different types of cells. Cells performing similar functions form a group, and the development and growth of the plant is dependent on these cells, and hence there are different types of cells. So this is the reason, and this is activity 6.2. Now the first part, simple permanent tissue. The simple permanent tissue is made up of similar types of cells, and hence they look like each other. So here the very first part of the simple permanent tissue is parenchyma. Parenchyma is actually unspecialized cells with thin cell walls. Now live cells loosely packed with large intercellular spaces between them. Chlorenchyma is parenchyma with chlorophyll, the second part, and arenchyma is parenchyma with large air cavities within. So chlorenchyma and arenchyma are two parts of parenchyma. Now parenchyma forms basic packing tissue as shown in the figure, and functions of these simple permanent tissue parenchyma is: very first, it supports; second, storage of food, nutrients and water; the third one, photosynthesis in case of chlorenchyma only, second part, and giving buoyancy to the plants and help in floating in case of arenchyma, the next part of the parenchyma tissue. Now second part of simple permanent tissue is collenchyma. It is living, elongated, irregularly thickened at the corners kind of tissues present inside the plants. So here it is very little intercellular space between them as shown in the figure, and located in leaf stalks below the epidermis part in the plant. And functions of these collenchyma: very first function, providing flexibility to the plant and cells; second, helping in easy bending; and the third one, provides mechanical support to the plant. So this is the second part. The third part, sclerenchyma. These are dead cells Walls are thickened by lignin deposition in the structure as shown in the figure. No internal space inside the cells actually present, and present in stems around vascular bundle, in the veins of leaves and in hard seed covering, and function providing mechanical strength to the plant. Now, activity 6.3. Take a freshly plucked leaf of royo. Stretch and break it by applying pressure. While breaking it, keep it stretched gently so that some peel or skin projects out from the cut. Now remove this peel and put it in a petri dish filled with water. Add few drops of saffron in solution. Wait for a couple of minutes and then transfer it into a slide. Gently place a cover slip over it and observe under microscope. So let us discuss about observation. A peel of royo leaf is mounted on the slide and observed under a microscope. It reveals the structure of a leaf, and the cells of epidermis and stomata are seen when observed. So let us discuss the structure of leaf. Its outermost layer of the leaf is made up of single layered cells called epidermis. Epidermis layer does not have intercellular spaces. The cells are flat with outer and side walls thicker than the inner walls. Small pores, that is stomata, are seen in the epidermal layer. We can observe the small pores here, and these pores are known as stomata. Stomata are enclosed by two kidney-shaped cells called guard cells. They are necessary for exchanging gases with the atmosphere, and transpiration, including that loss of water in the form of water vapor we have discussed in small classes, also take place through stomata. Now, desert plants have thicker epidermis for the protection in dry habitats. Water loss is the critical problem there. So, the entire surface of the plant is therefore covered over by epidermis. This is the actually protective wall for desert plants. Then, aerial parts of the plant are covered by epidermal cells. They secrete water resistant waxy layer for the purpose of protection. In case of a watery plant, epidermal cells also protect the plant from mechanical injury and parasitic invasion of fungi. So students, I hope you understood the topic of simple permanent tissues. In next video, we will discuss about complex tissues. Thank you for listening.